Aloha and welcome to another version of Hawaii Sports Update. I am your host, PJ, here on ThinkTech Hawaii, and it's a pleasure to be here with you once again. To get us started off, we will start with the Star Advertiser's Top 10 for high school football. And once again, the Mililani Trojans lead the way at number 1, and they actually dropped a couple of spots nationally to number 8 on the Max Preps list. Number 2 is St. Louis, who had a big win over the high school team from Samoa this past weekend, 55-6, and that was just a great experience for both teams. Number 3 in the polls is Punahou. Number 4 is Kahuku, and number 5, rounding out the top 5, is Kamehameha High School. Leading in at number 6 is Farrington High School. At number 7 is Kapolei. Number 8 is Kailua, who have moved up 2 spots after their victory this weekend. Coming in new into the polls is number 9 is Waianae High School, and rounding out the top 10 is Kappa. And speaking of Kappa, that is who our guest will be. His name is Shain Davis, and he was a senior and last year in Kappa High School, and he is going to be trying to walk on to the University of Hawaii. So we're going to try to give a different perspective of what it's like for somebody to come from such a small island of Kauai and try to walk on to a university as prolific as the University of Hawaii and try to play Division I football. So we'll be getting to Shain in just a little while. But don't forget, September 3rd, Thursday, is the opening of the UH football season out at Aloha Stadium. And they will be playing the University of Colorado, who is a new member of the Pac-12. Now, if you guys are not familiar with the Pac-12 has half of its teams, 6 teams, rated inside the top 25, and that is excluding Utah and Colorado, which also have high praise and is just right outside the top 25 on a lot of polls nationally. This is Coach Norm Child's 4th year at the helm, and that means that this is pretty much all of his recruits coming in, and they look a lot bigger, they look a lot more athletic, but they do have a tough schedule. They have to go on the road at Ohio State, and they also have to go on the road at Wisconsin. So just make sure you go out and support your Rainbow Warriors, and hopefully they will have a good season and get us to a bowl game, which we haven't been to since Norm Child has took the helm.
Hi, I'm Donna
Also,
Blanchard.
Friday, volleyball opens up as coach, well, let me rephrase this, legendary coach Dave Soji enters his 41st year at the helm of the Wahine Volleyball. And after a 2nd place finish, which they're definitely not used to in the Big West last year, they are ranked in the preseason to recapture the Big West title. And of course, they have 5 returning starters coming back in senior Olivia McGill, who was 3rd team All-American and 1st team All-Big West last year. Senior Ty Manu Aliaval, who was 1st team All-Big West outside hitter. Junior Nikki Taylor, of course, also an outside hitter, who was also 1st team Big West. Sophomore Calais Greeley, outside hitter, and the setter, junior Taylor Higgins. So we'll be looking forward to that. We're gonna go on a commercial break, and when we come back, hopefully Shain Davis will be here, and we'll talk to the Kapaa High School graduate on the other side of Hawaii Sports Update.
Hi, I'm Ethan Allen. I'm the host of Likeable Science on ThinkTech Hawaii. We talk about why people should like science, why science is actually fun, how science is a dynamic and vital part of everyone's life, why everyone, every man, woman, and child on the planet should really know science, should love science, should be familiar with science. So it's a great show. People come on here and have interesting conversations with us. They tell us why they do what they do, why they love it, why we should love it too. I hope you'll join us every Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. And of course, you can see it anytime on YouTube. Aloha.
Hi, I'm Donna Blanchard. I'm the host of Center Stage here on ThinkTech Hawaii. Center Stage airs every Wednesday at 2 o'clock, and of course you can check out our archives on YouTube or on ThinkTech Hawaii anytime you like. Why should you do that? Because this is an arts show that I believe is making a difference in lives. We talk with artists of various ilk. We talk with painters and writers, playwrights, novelists, poets, sculptors, dancers, you name it, directors, actors, of course. And we don't only talk about what people do, but we talk about how they do it. And my favorite part of the conversation, we talk about why they do it. And it's really common on this show to hear people say, wow, I didn't think about it that way. And it's
Hi, I'm your host on ThinkTech Asia, Bill Sharp. I look forward to you joining us each Monday between 4 and 5 o'clock when we film right here in our studio in downtown Honolulu. The show, ThinkTech Asia, focuses on contemporary events in Asia, and by Asia we mean anything from Hawaii.
Hi, Jay.
Hi, Keith.
My name's Keith Bettinger.
I knew that.
And I'm the host of ThinkTech Asia.
I knew that too.
Here on ThinkTech.
Fabulous. You got a great show going, Keith.
Thank you very much. And for our viewers out there that are interested in ThinkTech Asia, it airs every Tuesday from 4 to 4:45, and it can be accessed online at thinktech.com.
Yeah, so what kind of guests you like?
Well, we have a number of guests from academia, from practitioners of international affairs. Sometimes we have military officials. Sometimes we have public officials on the show. And our goal, we try to talk about current issues in South Asia, Southeast Asia, East Asia, and Central Asia, all throughout the Asian realm in more depth than you would find in traditional mainstream
That's
media.
the difference, isn't it?
Exactly.
That you're reaching out beyond what ordinary news media would do.
Right.
That's why we like you so much.
We're trying to provide a thinking person's perspective, an intelligent perspective on what's going on, and we're both sides of the story, or even when there's more than two sides, we try to cover every angle. And I think that's one of the big benefits that we provide here at ThinkTech. Is it's a really innovative source of educational programming for the people of Hawaii.
You're great, Keith. You are a great host. You got a great show going on. I watch it every week.
Thanks very much.
Why don't
Jay.
you guys watch it every week too, okay?
4:45 to 4 to 4:45 every Tuesday.
Hi, I'm Chris Leatham, and I'd like to invite you to come and watch my show every Wednesday at 3. I'm interested in a variety of issues that have to do with politics and our local business economy. And I'd like to bring on guests who like to talk about everything from technology to social media to what we can be doing to improve our environment. And so I'd like to invite you every Wednesday at 3 to stay and watch my show here with ThinkTech Hawaii. And I'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Jay Fidel. I'm host of Hawaii, the State of Clean Energy, which is our flagship show, which plays 4 to 5 p.m. every Wednesday. And the supporters of that show are Hawaii Energy Policy Forum and Hawaii Energy. And luckily enough, we have representatives of both of them right here today to tell you more about what they think about the show. Sharon Moriwaki at my left is co-chair of Hawaii Energy Policy Forum, and she goes first. Sharon?
Thank you. Thank you, Jay. I'm so glad that we have this Hawaii, the State of Clean Energy. This was 2 years ago when we started this, and we have continued it because it's so important, and there's so many developments happening across the state, and we hope you'll tune in every Wednesday, 4 to 5. It's wonderful.
And Ray is Hawaii Energy. Ray, what is your thought about the same subject?
Well, I agree completely with Sharon that we are talking about every Wednesday, 4 to 5. We talk about some of the most important subjects that are affecting the islands now and into the future. Energy, clean energy, we need it. We often run into new ideas that we had not thought about before. We did just today, and I think we're going to have more of that in the future. So come on down and watch us 4 to 5 on Wednesdays, and we'll see what happens.
We'll see you then. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha and welcome back to Hawaii Sports Update. If you're just tuning in, we are here with our guest. His name is Shain Davis. He is from Kappa High School in the beautiful island of Kauai. And like I said, it's just a different perspective of what Shain is trying to do. Shain is trying to walk on to the University of Hawaii, and so we're going to give you that perspective and, you know, just how much discipline and his journey on what it's going to take for him to go from Kauai to walk on to the University of Hawaii and try to fulfill his lifetime dream. Now, Shain played 4 different positions in high school: running back, wide receiver, slot back, and quarterback. And his senior season, he amassed almost 1,000 yards together, receiving and pass catching. First of all, Shain, welcome to the show.
What's up? Thanks.
Good to have
Great
you
to be
here. And just tell us a little bit about the island of Kauai first.
Well, the island of Kauai is like a very beautiful and isolated island. There's not much city like up here. And being on the island of Kauai, it's super small and we don't get as much exposure. And it's like not as hot as up here either. It's a lot more cool and we catch the trade winds a lot.
The Garden Isle, right?
The Garden Isle.
Absolutely. Okay, now, in the Kauai Island Federation, which is the KIF, how many high schools are there on the island, and how many do you guys compete against athletically?
There are about 5 or 6 different high schools, but there's only 3 public that play football and play the sports, so we only compete against about 3.
3, okay. Now, how many people were in your graduating class, per se, just for example, at Campbell High School out here on Oahu, the freshman class was 853. So, you know, just to give the people a perspective of how big or small Kauai is, about how many people were in your graduating class?
In our graduating class, we had the biggest class of Kappa, so it was about 212 graduating seniors we had at our school that year.
Okay, and how many would you say is total in the school? Less than 1,000?
Yeah, less than 1,000, about 800.
800, okay. So your whole school is probably about the size of Campbell's freshman class.
Yeah.
Wow, that's just amazing. And how many players were on your varsity football team?
On our varsity football team, we started with about 50 players in the beginning of the season, and then we ended it with about 28. So just enough to make both sides teams.
Okay. Now that was my next question. How many two-way players did you also play offense and defense? And do you guys actually have 8-man leagues for the other 3 teams, high school teams that compete?
No, we don't run the 8-man league down in Kauai. We just don't have enough people that come out for it. And for our team, there was barely anybody playing both ways, but only when others would get hurt.
Okay. What captivated your interest in football? And also, what's the biggest sport on Kauai that everybody plays besides surfing?
The biggest sport on Kauai must be football because everybody's all into it. The stadiums get packed with most of the people that live there. And then, wait, what was your other question?
How did you get interested in football?
In football,
Yeah.
I got interested because my friends are playing, and then I wanted to play against them and compete against them to see who was stronger. And then I started watching it on TV, and then I seen Reggie Bush run.
Okay.
It made me fall in love with the sport, and then I just started going from there.
Okay, so Reggie Bush is one of the people who inspired you to play football.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what is the competition like? Is it, you know, I mean, are you guys actually really competing for spots, or are you guys sort of just trying to fill in positions? And tell us a little bit about the hidden talent that people on Oahu or the other islands might not know about Kauai and the high school of Kappa.
On Kauai, in our high school, there's always competition between positions because everybody wants to play every position, but you only can choose one in our school. They don't let you really play more than one unless others get hurt or injured. And then on our running back side, we had 5 different people competing for it, and then some of them got knocked off, so they went to our defensive side and played as DBs, like Nainoa Soto. And then, what was the other question again?
Just talk about the program a little bit, that's all. Yeah.
And then Kappa High School, like, are competing. We always practicing hard and hitting each other hard as we can, as like it's a game.
Okay. All right. Now, along with yourself, do you know of any other players who you played with who are seeking to sort of like do the same thing that you're doing? You know, walk onto a Division I university.
We have Austin Carvalho Toloai. He's walking on to the Arizona State Sun Devils. And then
Hi,
we
I'm
have
Jay
Marco,
Fidel.
who
I'm
he's going
host.
to go play for Southern Oregon.
Hi, I'm Jay
or
Fidel.
Lewis
I'm
and Clark, I think it was.
Lewis and Clark. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what position does Tolivai play?
Toloai, he plays as a linebacker, inside linebacker.
Okay.
But he's walking on as an outside linebacker.
Okay. And what's his measurements? How tall is he?
He's about 5'8", 195.
Okay, so he's even a little bit small for college. Yeah. Okay, further on down the line, if he plans to, has enough talent to go professional and plans, he'll probably be like a DB or a safety or something, correct?
Yes.
Okay, now, you guys almost pulled off the upset against Kahuku in the playoffs, correct?
Iolani.
Oh, Iolani. Okay,
Yeah.
That's right. You guys Division II.
Yeah.
Okay, Iolani. My bad about that. Okay, tell us about that game. And Iolani has won it so many consecutive years in a row. And tell us a little bit about the pressure of having to come play in Oahu school, and a little bit about what was going on in the locker room with you guys before that big game. And then tell us a little bit about the game itself.
Well, we were looking forward to this game because of our 2011 season. Our varsity made it up and actually really got close to winning it. So we were all pumped up, and in the locker rooms, we all talked about supporting each other and backing each other up on every single play. And then during the game, we were trying to do something different and pass because everybody watches film, so they know we were a running team. And then our passing wasn't working, and as soon as we went to our running, it started working really well. We were driving the ball, and in the last seconds, it was just, we ran out of time at the 20-yard line.
Okay, and what was the final score of the game?
26-23.
26-23. Okay, well, if you're just joining us, we are here with Shain Davis, Kappa grad from the island of Kauai. If you want to tweet the show, tweet us at ThinkTech HI. I'm sure you have some family and friends out there watching along, so have them tweet the show, and they can ask you a question. We're going to go on a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have some more with Shain Davis here on Hawaii Sports Update on the other side.
Hi, I'm Ethan Allen. I'm the host of Likeable Science on ThinkTech Hawaii. We talk about why people should like science, why science is actually fun, how science is a dynamic and vital part of everyone's life, why everyone, every man, woman, and child on the planet should really know science, should love science, should be familiar with science. So it's a great show. People come on here and have interesting conversations with us. They tell us why they do what they do, why they love it, why we should love it too. I hope you'll join us every Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. And of course, you can see it anytime on YouTube. Aloha.
Aloha, my name is Josh Green. I'm a senator from the Big Island and ER physician. Every other Tuesday, I get to host a show here on the ThinkTech program about healthcare. We call it Healthcare in Hawaii. It's really enjoyable for me to bring other healthcare leaders from around the state to talk about our pressing issues. Hawaii has long been the health state, but we need to keep up the momentum, the inertia, and with your help and with your participation, we can come and share all of the big issues that are pressing day to day. Thanks for joining us every Tuesday, alternating weeks from 2 to 2:45.
Aloha and welcome back to Hawaii Sports Update. If you're just joining us, you can chime in on ThinkTech HI and tweet the show. We are here with Kappa grad Shain Davis. Of course, he was part of that squad that almost upset Iolani. And, we're just talking with him about his process and his transition from going to such a small high school in Kauai and trying to walk on to the University of Hawaii as a Division I prospect, which was always a dream of his. So, Shain, talk to us a little bit about the dream. Tell us what the process is to actually walk on to the University of Hawaii. What did you have to do? What are you currently doing now to try to make that transition?
Well, the process is first you have to get noticed by the coaches. So then I've been trying to do that since about junior year. We've been talking to them, emailing them, getting their attention. And then now that I got accepted to the school, I've been watching all their practices, going there. And their walk-on list is full this year, so I have to wait till next year, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna keep trying to get on, and yeah.
Okay, so I mean, what is your training regimen like? You're still a student athlete. How many credits do you have to take to remain eligible? And then what is your workout routine like? And what are you doing to get better, to get ready to get on the field?
Well, I'm not part of the team yet, but I'm trying to be. So then I work out every day. I have my leg days, my sprinting days, all Monday and Wednesdays. The rest of the days are training, strength training, hands training, making sure I always keep my hands ready for the ball. And then I have to get about 12 credits to stay on the team, to stay on the school, and then qualify.
Okay, now what is your major and what is your minor, and what are you studying?
I'm majoring in KRS athletic training, and I'm studying weight training and Olympic lifting.
And Olympic lifting? Okay, all right. Now, how disciplined do you have to be knowing that, you know, you're not part of the team right now, but, you know, that is your aspiration and your goal. So how much more discipline do you need to, you know, if there's not a coach there to push you or something like that, you know, you have to discipline yourself to stay on the right regimen to get ready to play when there's a space available. Tell us a little bit about that.
I feel like that's the hardest part about it, the willpower, and like you have to keep yourself focused, not go partying every night with everybody else. You just stay focused, get your rest, and always work hard when you're training.
Okay, and you know, what are you doing to achieve that? Like, I mean, give us a little bit of more detail about, you know, exactly what it takes for you to remain disciplined like that.
Every day when my friends ask me to go partying and stuff, I just lock myself in my room and say I'm doing homework or studying so they don't pay attention to me. And then in the morning I leave early so I can go to the rec center, and I work out from 6 to 8 because my classes start at 8:30.
Okay, all right. And let me see, what message are you trying to send to even somebody from Molokai or somebody from Maui? You know, they have a few guys from Maui on the UH team, but especially back to the kids on Kauai. What message are you trying to send to them?
I'm just trying to send them that they should never give up, always try hard, and eventually they can get there.
Okay. And, you know, by doing what?
If I make it on the team, that's going to prove to them that the little guys from the other islands, the outer islands, can make it, even though we don't have as much exposure. We can always just, if they have the right mindset, they can make it on the team.
Okay, of course, through hard work and perseverance,
yes.
Right? Okay, so what are your goals? What are your ultimate goals, and how do you intend to reach them?
My goals right now is just to make it on the team and do my best so I can show everybody that Kauai actually has talent, and they'll start sending down more scouts and scouting players down there so my little cousins have actual chances. Okay, and do you have cousins who are currently enrolled at the school and playing football? No, my cousin that played for UH, Vaughn Miatoga, he graduated a few years ago and he got drafted to the NFL, but then he got dropped, so free agent now. Yeah, I'm very familiar with him. Yeah. So that's your relative? Yes. Oh, absolutely. So, you know, at least you have it in your genes. The football genes. Right, and you know, with hard work and you know, perseverance, you never know what can happen. Yeah. All right, now, yesterday was Monday, today is Tuesday. Give us your daily routine and give us your weekly routine about what it consists of, and you know, just basically lay it out for us. All right, yesterday was Monday. So Monday I have classes from 8:30 to 2:20. So in the morning I hit squats from 6 a.m. to about 8, and then I go shower, I do my classes. I eat my lunch around 12:30. Okay, what classes, what are your early classes? My first class is English 100. Okay. Then after that, I go to weight training, which is my second class, my study. Okay. Then the third class I have is chemistry. Okay. Which is pretty hard. Right. And a lot of homework. From chemistry, I go to math,
Okay.
And then math, after that's my break, so I go eat. And then after that, I finish off with physics,
Okay.
concepts of physics. And after I finish physics, I go back, I finish my schoolwork, my homework, whatever I have to do. Then I head back to the gym to finish off whatever I didn't work out good.
Okay. And then Tuesday?
Then Tuesday, I do my arms and my shoulders in the morning. And today, I don't have classes, so I have all day to work out. So I bring in some agility training too with the ladders and cones. And then I just end my day pretty early on Tuesdays.
Okay. And then Wednesday?
Wednesday is another leg day. So I either hit squats or I jump the boxes. I keep jumping boxes to help the explosive power. And then I do a little bit of power cleans to help explosive power as well.
Okay.
And that's all in the morning from 6 to 8. And then I go to my classes again, and it's same routine as Monday.
Okay. And Thursday is?
Thursday's pretty much the same as Tuesday. I just hit the muscles that I didn't work yet, so like chest, abs, and back.
Okay.
And then I punish those till they're sore, and then I get my early rest at night after drinking protein and chocolate milk.
Okay. And then Friday?
Friday is my recovery day to make sure I can actually rest and grow the muscle.
Absolutely.
So then Friday I rest most of the day after my classes. And Friday I don't have my second period too, so I don't have the weight training class.
Okay.
So I eat breakfast early, and then I just go out through the day and then rest and go swimming if I can.
Okay. And then what do your weekends consist of?
My weekends, Saturdays consist of more speed training, most likely with parachutes or chains. I run the chain. And then Sunday, it's just another rest day to make sure my legs are ready for Monday.
Okay, and what is your calorie intake? How much calories are you trying to pump into your body? And are you trying to lose body fat and gain muscle? Or, you know, what's the regimen there?
I'm trying to lose as much body fat as I can. I'm down to 8% right now.
Okay.
And nobody believes me, but I did the calculations and after taking about 6,395 calories a day due to my activity and how fast I'm moving, how much I'm moving. And it just takes a lot of hard work to cut down and then make sure you're as much muscle as you can be to take hits and contacts.
Okay, now for the people out there who don't really know about calories, tell them how much food and how much correct food 6,000 calories a day is.
6,000 calories is about 5 big plates of salad, a bunch of steak, and just about like maybe 10 pounds of food a day, a little bit more.
Okay, well, you know, I actually understand exactly what you mean because I played basketball in high school, and you know, I was a pretty good basketball player. But, you know, there was a couple of personal things that happened in my life where my father wanted me to play baseball. And after he passed, I walked on to the number 3 rated team in the state of California in junior college, Citrus Junior College, right next to Azusa Pacific University, and in baseball. And the first thing my coach told me was, if I didn't recruit you, you're probably not going to make the team. Now, they had only 6 sophomores coming back from a team that had just finished number 6 in the state, and then there's 19 positions open. And then, you know, you play your winter season and all this stuff. But I was one of the first guys that he told that I was on the team. And so when you're walking on to, of course, your lifelong dream to play at UH, I mean, I know exactly what you mean and how much self-discipline that it takes because, you know, when you're a walk-on, you know, you have to be a self-starter. You know, you don't have all the guys around you and you're watching those guys and they're pumping you up. You know, you have to do a lot of it on your own and a lot of it is isolated. And then when you get ready to bring to these guys what you have, you know, that's when your chance to shine. So just tell us a little bit about that process.
Oh yeah, well, my parents back home keep driving me to strive for what I want. So I'm just hoping for that one chance for that tryout. And as soon as I get that chance, I know I won't let it down. I'll work all my, like everything I got into that tryout.
Okay, what's your 40 time right now?
Oh, my 40 time right now, it's pretty low. It's about 4.54, I think.
Oh, okay, that's
Haven't,
pretty quick.
It dropped though from this season.
Well, that means that you're putting in the work, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. If you're just joining us here on Hawaii Sports Update, we are here with Shain Davis, walk-on, trying to be a walk-on at UH, and he's from Kappa High School in the Valley Isle of Kauai, the Garden Isle of Kauai, and we'll be talking with him some more in just a moment on the other side of Hawaii Sports Update.
Hi, I'm Jay Fidel. I'm host of Hawaii, the State of Clean Energy, which is our flagship show, which plays 4 to 5 p.m. every Wednesday. And the supporters of that show are Hawaii Energy Policy Forum and Hawaii Energy. And luckily enough, we have representatives of both of them right here today to tell you more about what they think about the show. Sharon Moriwaki at my left is co-chair of Hawaii Energy Policy Forum, and she goes first. Sharon?
Thank you. Thank you, Jay. I'm so glad that we have this Hawaii, the State of Clean Energy. This was 2 years ago when we started this, and we have continued it because it's so important, and there's so many developments happening across the state, and we hope you'll tune in every Wednesday, 4 to 5. It's wonderful.
And Ray is Hawaii Energy. Ray, what is your thought about the same subject?
Well, I agree completely with Sharon that we are talking about every Wednesday, 4 to 5. We talk about some of the most important subjects that are affecting the islands now and into the future. Energy, clean energy, we need it. We often run into new ideas that we had not thought about before. We did just today, and I think we're going to have more of that in the future. So come on down and watch us 4 to 5 on Wednesdays, and we'll see what happens.
We'll see you then. Aloha.
Aloha.
Welcome back to Hawaii Sports Update, and thank you for joining us. We are here with Kappa graduate Shain Davis, and telling a little bit about his journey to, how it is to be successful, of course, challenging Iolani in the state playoffs, and then coming from such a small island to try to fulfill his dream of playing Division I football at the University of Hawaii. Now, Shain, who did you get a hold of, and how did you get people's interest? I know you answered earlier about sending tapes, but who exactly did you get a hold of?
I got a hold of the athletic director, I meant. I was talking to him about it, and he was telling me about how the walk-on list was full and stuff, so I had to wait till next year. And he's going to do the best to let me know if it ever had an opening and stuff.
Okay. Now, what kind of accomplishment would it be, not only for you, but for your community to make this team next year?
Well, to make this team, it's going to be one of the biggest accomplishments I had. And then for my community, I think they would back me up all the way and hope for big things. I think they would all turn to Rainbow Warrior fans again.
Okay.
I'll start watching it. Everybody gave up after Devon Bass and Cole Brennan guys left.
Right, 2007.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all started losing hope, and hopefully we can bring that back on Kauai.
Okay, all right. Now, does it make you work that much harder? Of course, playing against Iolani, you guys were the underdog. And sort of in this case, you might feel like an underdog too now. Does it make you work that much harder? Because from what you're telling me, your regimen is strict, but you can sit here and map it out for us, and that's good. That lets me know and everybody know that you're serious about what you're doing. So, does it make you work that much harder coming from such a small island?
Yes, it does. It drives me a lot, way more. I like being the underdog because then you don't feel like you're on top, so you always feel like you have to get better, because there's always someone out there that's always better than you. So you just train your hardest. Hopefully, when you meet up with that guy one day, you'll be the stronger person.
Okay. Now, I was going through the Star Advertiser top 10, of course, and Kappa was number 8 last week, and they're number 10. So, for them to be in the top 10 locally here in the Star Advertiser, two things. Obviously, you were one of the trendsetters, and to put Kappa on the map, And now that you're gone, that lets me know that Kappa still has some talent on their football team. So, you know, what does that mean to you that Kappa is in the top 10, and what does that mean for the future of football at that high school?
That makes me super proud of them, that they're still working super hard, and they're playing this year for us, for the seniors that graduated last year, and we lost in the semifinal, and we all felt the heartbreak, all our the freshmen and stuff and the sophomores we pulled up, they all felt the heartbreak with us, so they don't want to feel it again this year, so they're trying their hardest, they're playing their hardest, and they're playing this season for most of us.
Absolutely. Well, you know, like I said, they are rated in the top 10 right now. And number 2, Iolani's Division I now, so
Yeah.
you're not going to have to play against them. And you know, so is that some kind of encouragement, or did the guys who are still there really want to get back at Iolani a little bit?
The guys that are still there really wanted to get back at Iolani this year, but they feel like this year they got it even more, that they moved up, and then they're gonna aim for the top spot. They're gonna go for it all.
Okay. Now, you know, for those of us over here on Oahu, tell us about the program, you know, tell us about the head coach, and give us a little bit of philosophy offensively and defensively that they teach at Kapaa High School.
Our head coach was Coach Philip Raposo. He is really a heart kind of guy. You could feel the love from him throughout the team. And he just supported all of us, always trying to motivate us, making sure we stay strict, stay out of trouble, don't do drugs and all that. And at practice, he was just there supporting us, telling us good job, praising us when we did good, scolding us when we did bad.
Okay.
And then our philosophy there on offense, we just always protect each other and work as a unit, work as a family. Everybody's family there, so you protect the guy to your back, you protect the guy to your left, you protect the guy to your right.
Absolutely.
And then our defensive philosophy was to pretty much just attack the other team.
Swarm the ball.
Make them scared, swarm the ball,
Absolutely.
make them not want to run.
All right, okay. Now, tell us the importance, you know, of yourself, you know, sort of being one of the pioneers. You know, you mentioned your other teammate who actually is going to a Pac-12 school, Arizona State. That's big steps. And then someone who's also going to Lewis and Clark is a very prolific Division III, you know, very well respected all around the country also. So as you being one of the pioneers, Shane, you know, tell me what that means to you, and tell me that, you know, again, this message that you're sort of sending back to the community.
It's pretty surprising to be one of the pioneers, because I never thought that I would be, but that was one of my dreams from when I was younger. I made it in high school. I wanted to like be known. I wanted to be known on the island, in the state, and then we're moving on, and we're just hoping to set a trend for everybody else. Where they come from Kauai, and then they go to their D1 schools, they play, and we just hope they can make it too.
Okay, now tell us about a junior or even a senior, a junior, a sophomore, or a freshman who you know back home right now, who's gonna, you know, who's gonna light it up, man, and who us over here on Oahu are going to hear this guy's name in a couple years or next year.
We have a few down there that's doing work right now, such as Kapena Teixeira on defense. He's one of our D-line. He's one of the most aggressive players on our team. He never gives up. At practice, he walks around a little bit, but it's because he's big and he gets tired. But in the game, he moves faster than me.
Okay, now how big is this guy? What's his dimension?
He's about 5'10", 5'9", and he's like 285, I think.
Wow.
He's about there.
Total nose guard kind of guy, huh?
And then we have Justin DeForge on offense. He moves the ball really well, and he always has heart, always driving forward, never letting at least one person stop him. He always getting stopped by more than one. And then we also have Kikoa Kakal on offense. He's another running back. He played for us last year too. He was one of the other running backs as long as with me and Elijah. And he's been moving the ball well against Lahaina and Nanakuli, and I'm looking forward to seeing him run during the season too. Okay,
and you know, my bad for not expressing. What position are you going to try out for when you go to UH?
Well, I seen last year that they had another short running back, the 5'6" guy. I didn't really catch his name, but
Dyson St. Just?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to be a running back too. Running back, slot back, one of those.
Well, actually, he is a starting running back this year. He's our #1 guy. He's a very, very quick and elusive guy. And of course, with you running 4.5s and the way that you're working, it's no telling what you're going to be running next year as long as you keep up the hard work. Now, before we get out of here, Shane, just on a personal level, tell us who your favorite athlete is.
My favorite athlete?
Yes.
Well, nobody's gonna like it because he got in trouble, but my favorite athlete was Ray Rice because how he runs is just always attack, never run away, always forward momentum, not stopping.
Okay.
Oh, I have two.
Okay.
I have,
Go ahead. Who's your other one?
I have beast mode too, Marshawn Lynch.
Okay.
I like the way he runs too.
All right.
Pound for pound.
You know, nobody's here to judge Ray Rice, of course, you know, but, what happened has happened, and he has paid his dues, and I think he deserves another shot to come back into the NFL. I mean, you know, they have sort of a double standard when it comes to players and coaches, you know, but, you know, that's a whole nother conversation. Okay, so now, who is your favorite team?
My favorite team was Baltimore Ravens because of Ray Lewis, his long-time career inside of the sport.
Okay, you know I have a Ray Lewis jersey. All right, and what's your favorite position?
My favorite position gotta be linebacker.
Linebacker, okay. And who's your role model?
My role model is Ray Lewis because how his worth ethic is, and he never stops working hard, and he always feels as a family when he's on the field with his team.
Okay. Well, like I said, we are here with Shain Davis, graduate from Kappa High School. He is trying to walk on to the University of Hawaii as a Division I football player, which is always his lifelong dream, coming up from the small island of Kauai. Shain, you're putting in the work. Thank you for coming and sharing your story with us today. I appreciate that.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. We always try to help out the little guy here on ThinkTech Hawaii and Hawaii Sports Update. Nobody is too high or too low or anything like that. And as long as you're doing positive stuff in the community, man, and just giving it your all, I'm sure you're going to be successful on whatever you do. Also on the student side of the thing, by the classes you're taking, you're doing very well. So once again, my pleasure to have you here, Shain, and good luck to you and all your life endeavors. And you know how we do it here on the Hawaii Sports Update. A hui ho.